and welcome to Carmel's Kitchen. Today we're going to make a chicken tagine, which is a chicken stew with usually what we would have in our store cupboard. So we have some chicken, we have onions, and a large onion which is sliced, we have chicken stock, we have a little bit of chilli puree, we have a can of tomatoes, a can of chickpeas and some raisins. Okay, so about 30 minutes ago I cut my chicken into small little pieces and I put some chili sauce on them. This is chili puree that you can buy in the supermarket, and you just want a tablespoon of that and you marinate your chicken in that. I'm going to be adding into it my spices, so I've got cinnamon, turmeric and cumin. So we've got a teaspoon of each of those, one large onion, about 300 millilitres of chicken stock. So I have my pot on here and I'm going to add some cooking oil into that. So you can hear I've heated up my pot first, and now the first thing we're going to do is we're going to cook our chicken for a little bit. So all of that into the pot. And we'll just cook it up. Okay, and again I used low-fat cooking oil to keep our options as healthy as possible. This is a dish that's Moroccan based, and in Morocco they wouldn't dream of serving it with anything other than naan bread. But us people on the other side of the world, that we like to have it with couscous or with rice. There's no salad, and you usually eat it out of a bowl with just a fork. We also have some chickpeas that we will be adding at a later stage. Chickpeas are a really good source of protein. They've got loads of nutrients in them and are great for people they're great for diabetics because they've got very low sugar content. They're also really, really good if you're not too fussed about how much meat that you put into something. So the chickpeas, and they're not very expensive in the supermarket. There's our chicken nicely sealed. So we're going to remove the chicken from the pan now, and then we're going to put in the onions, cook those for a little bit. Okay, and like a chili based has chili in it, but it also has red pepper in it. So there's very, very few ingredients go into this dish, and in Morocco, lamb tagine is a very popular dish, and they'd make it in a tagine pot, which is made from earthenware with a nice lid that sits on the top of it. But a saucepan will do the job just as well. So now we'll just remove our chicken for a bit. Put that on the plate. Put on another little of oil into the pot. Leave that heat back up again. Add in our onions. So we just cook our onions very gently for a couple of minutes. We don't want to brown the onions, we just want to cook them off a small little bit, so we're just sweating them off nice and gently. So you can see there's the onions cooking away in the pot. Keep an eye on it. And into that now I'm going to put my spices. So I have my turmeric. In that goes. My cinnamon. And my cumin. Okay. And you need to cook the spices for a little bit to allow the flavours to release. So now you can see my onions have changed colour, so now they're no longer white, and that's my spices cooking in the pot. Okay, into that now I'm going to add my chicken back in. Spread it all in. They're always the tasty bits, the little bits that are left on the plate. So stir that up. And just the bottom of the pot then, rub it with your spoon so that you're releasing all the spices and you're getting all the goodness of your spices in. Don't be tempted to add in more oil because you don't actually need to add in more oil at all. And if you just have patience, you'll see that as you stir it around, the moisture out of the chicken will loosen the spices off the bottom of your pot. And then stir it. Okay. Now into that I'm going to add my stock. Get all those bits out of that as well. I'm going to add my can of tomatoes. So I'm using chopped tomatoes. And I'm just going to have a little bit of warm water here, and I'm going to rinse out my can. So I'm just putting this much water into my can. Rinse that out. There we go. Stir it up. And I have 100 grams of raisins, which I'm just going to add in here. You could also use dried apricots if you had them. Okay. In they go. So now we'll add some seasoning. Some salt, and again low sodium salt, and a little bit of black pepper. Okay, we're going to leave that come up to the boil, then we're going to turn it down and simmer it for 45 minutes. I'll turn it down in a few seconds now when it boils, and then we will come back and we'll be adding in our chickpeas. Okay, see you in 45 minutes. Bye. Hi, now we're back 15 minutes later. So just 45 minutes later, sorry, got a bit mixed up there. So this is what's my pot and what's been going on in here. So you can see that everything is nicely cooked and blended together. So check your chicken. So if you have a skewer, and stick it in, and it should come out nice and easily. So it is, my chicken is cooked now. So into that I'm going to add my can of chickpeas, which I drained and I washed. So they go in, give that a stir, and then we're going to put that back on with no lid on it so that my stew will thicken up and my chickpeas will heat through for 15 minutes. Okay, see you in 15 minutes. Bye. Hi, and welcome back after our 15 minutes with our chickpeas in our pot. So just to show you that it is all thickened up nicely. Okay, so if you want to serve it with the couscous, if you have 100 grams of couscous and 150 grams of boiling water, all you have to do is pour the boiling water over the couscous, put a lid on it and leave it there for about 15-20 minutes, and then it'll absorb all of the water, and then you can just fluff it up with a fork. So I have some couscous put into a little ramekin dish, so we're just going to put some of that into the center of our dish, and then we're going to take our chicken tagine and pour it over the top. And make sure you get that sauce. So there you go, chicken tagine, couscous and naan bread. So remember, 45 minutes that you cook it for when you have all of the spices and the chicken and everything back in the pot. Take off the lid, add your drained and washed chickpeas, put it back on and cook it again then for another 15 minutes. So good luck. Any comment, just leave it on the bottom. If you like, give us the thumbs up, and any comment or anything that you wish to see here on this site, just let me know. Okay, cheerio, enjoy your chicken tagine. Bye.